Moquis and the Milford Tigers, a Region 20 rivalry here today always brings out an extra sense of urgency for both of these teams when they play a region rival.
And especially when you're in the postseason, both of these teams coming off of some solid wins, especially for Milford. They defeated the Miners by almost 30 points, and that was because J.D. McMullen got back to what she does best. She scored 9 of her 15 points in that first quarter, and they're looking really solid right now as we head into today's matchup.
It was a great start for McMullen after a slower game Wednesday, but really turned it around. Now trying to get another win and getting to be able to play on Saturday in the 1A tournament is great for a team's momentum going into the next season as well. And then you look at the Moquis as well, another good win for them as they beat Altamont yesterday 36-32. Nelson and Fry each got 8 points to lead the way, but it was the defense for the Moquis that won that game.
Yeah, while they may have had a lot of turnovers themselves, they also forced a lot of turnovers. And I think that, like you said, attributes to their defensive effort on that side of the ball. I'd like to look at their guard play here today, see how they can step it up. I love how Riley Fry plays this game. I think she gets after the basketball. She can sometimes get into foul trouble because she fouled out in Wednesday's game in their loss to Manila. But when she's in, she's dangerous.
As now we get you your starting lineups as we wrap up the State Bank of Southern Utah pregame report. Experience the difference of hometown banking at State Bank of Southern Utah. Workers of America tip-off, UMWA, a powerful voice since 1890. The Union for All Workers. To join the UMWA for a more secure future, call today 435-820-2692. The Milford Tigers in the black, Escalante Moquis in the white. As for the visitors, the Tigers, they have McMullen, Florence, Wilden, Griffiths, and Dotson as they win the tip. For the Moquis on defense, it's Fry, Griffin, Holcomb, Carlisle, and Nelson. Tigers swinging around the perimeter. Nice entry pass. Immediately a quadruple team on the block and a foul called early. As that one goes against Carlisle, that'll be her first and the first on the Moquis here this quarter.
Escalante likes to move after the basketball, so they may get into foul trouble here early on.
Cross court now, the Tigers will take the wing three. Nothing but net there from the Bryce Canyon City three-point line for Miley Wilden.
That's really good to see. Yesterday, Miley went down as she hit her head on the court, but then she came back in and hit a three after that. She's playing some solid basketball, and especially down near the glass.
Moquis try to answer with a three of their own. That one off the mark from Griffin. The Tigers looking to get up by 2 possessions early, but Fry picks the pass off for the Moquis as they now look to run. Griffin with it near the half-court line. She'll drive in, loses it on the way in, stolen by the Tigers as Paisley Florence brings it up court.
Back-to-back turnovers for both of these squads. It's going to be critical to see who can set up their offense in the half court the most consistently.
Nice pump fake there from McMullen. She drives in, loses the ball, and a jump ball is called. Possession will go to the Moquis.
So Milford now with back-to-back turnovers of their own, and they're looking to get Jaden McMullen started. As we mentioned in the pregame, she got 9 of her 15 points in the first quarter yesterday. When she gets off to a hot start, it feels like the team gets going as well. So let's see how they plan to utilize her here in this opening period.
Half-court trap for the Tigers turns into a Moquis turnover, and McMullen has the fast break, 1-on-none, 5-0 early Milford.
Yeah, that time Jaden's just in the right place at the right time. Comes off the feet of one of her teammates. She's really good in the open floor, very speedy, and she can get to the basket really quick.
Nearly picks up another steal, Fry. Now McMullen will steal it, and another fast break, this one with the left hand, and McMullen finishes again.
That's what makes her so dangerous.
And Moquis looking for those first points here of the quarter. They bring the ball up, it's Griffin. Nearly loses it, gets it back. Tough floater up and in for Sonata Griffin. The Moquis are on the board.
That's a player that needs to step up for Escalante because I feel like when they get at least 3 or 4 players in balanced efforts, that's when they're really good.
Nice entry pass there across the paint. Can't get the first finish. They'll kick back out. McMullen from 3. Short. Gets her own miss. The putback again. Up and in. 6 early points for Jaden McMullen all in a row.
There it is, that fast start we've been talking about, and now, like you mentioned, 6 points here as we're not even 3 minutes into this game.
Griffin now with it for the Moquis. They swing back out. Now Nelson loses it on the drive, and a foul is called in the backcourt. Frustration, that foul there for the Moquis. That'll be their second foul here in the first quarter.
So they now have 4 turnovers here in this first quarter. Milford playing with very active hands, especially when players are trying to get into the mid-zone range, because I think they're trying to get some of those jumpers like Griffin just had a moment ago. And Milford, once they see that ball come in through the three-point line, they attack it.
Now the Tigers break that trap defense there, now setting up the half-court offense. They find McMullen all the way across the court. Now back to McMullen. Pump fake and drive, met by the double team. Far corner three, off back iron, and a foul on the rebound. No shot on the putback. It was on the floor, but a great offensive rebound there from Hadley Griffiths.
Something I really like about McMullen's game is when she gathers the ball at the perimeter, she stops for a moment, which brings in the defense thinking because she's a shooter, she's going to shoot, and then allows her to weave past and get an easy bucket, potentially.
As we get a Zions Bank timeout here. This 1A State Championship basketball is brought to you by the Bryce Canyon Half Marathon on KSLSports.com.
Enhance your farm's productivity with Aero AG Solutions advanced spray drones. Aero AG specializes in custom aerial application of pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers, seed, and more. Call Logan Lefevre at 435-690-9819.
Beaver County's elected officials want to wish the Milford Tigers success in their postseason tournaments. Come visit us in Beaver County, your recreational paradise and the world's headquarters for renewable energy.
For all of your residential or commercial HVAC needs, give AirPro Solutions a call at 435-600-1152 or go to airprosolutionsutah.com. Wishing all Region 20 teams success in the postseason.
Back from the Zions Bank timeout for banking designed to help you score more. Zions Bank is for you. McMullen to inbound for the Tigers, one of a couple young point guards for each team. Fry on the other side, a freshman, the battle to watch. As the bank shot doesn't fall in, that time from Gracie Dotson. And the rebound out of bounds, last touch by Milford.
Yeah, as you just mentioned, these two teams are led by some really young and impressive guards. I think they know how to score at the basketball. They know exactly what they want to do on defense. You see that both McMullen and Fry are very active. And look, there's another steal.
Tigers out on the fast break, but Fry recovers and knocks it out loose as they reset with McMullen.
When Riley makes a mistake, she comes right back to try and fix it on the other end, and that's what great basketball players do.
Near wing three, off the glass and in from Bryce Canyon City three-point line. We get a bank shot brought to you by State Bank of Southern Utah from Paisley Florence.
There's a reason why the glass is there. Go ahead and use it. Nice job by Paisley. Oh, and a beautiful steal for her as well.
Going back, nice way to get through the double team, but a nice recovery block from Carlisle. Now diving on the court, a jump ball is called as Riley Fry went diving from about 15 feet away to tie that ball up.
You can just see it in her eyes right now. She is playing vicious. She wants to get after it. The key right now, though, is she hasn't scored yet. She's got an early foul, so we got to see if she can get some points on the board to help her team out.
Tigers, though, with the ball first. Down on the far wing, 20 now on the shot clock as they swing around to McMullen. Nice entry pass, but a turnover there, dribbled off the foot of Wilden. And the Moquis get the ball nearly lost it themselves. Fry able to recover.
That was actually a great job by Riley in defense. She switched on to Wilden as she entered the paint because she saw that pass coming from a mile away.
And a nice break of the press there from the Moquis as Cora Gardner checks into the game. Another freshman for the Moquis. We'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
This team is just filled with impressive young players. Only 3 seniors on the roster, and the rest are feeling pretty good about how they're going to look moving forward into the future. Unfortunate that she missed the first of 2 at the free throw line, and there goes 0 for 2.
The Tigers break the press after the rebound. McMullen looking to run. Euro step almost with a nice feed to Florence, just hit the baseline.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to push it fast and bring the tempo up a little bit. It's hard to stop on a dime, and as a teammate, if you want to know where to be when you're passed, make sure you're in the open lane so that way your teammate can find you when she has to stop driving baseline.
Another deflection there by Griffiths. The Tigers putting a lot of pressure on the ball here early defensively, causing some issues for Escalante.
Tigers are reading these passing lanes very well, and not only that, they're knowing how the Moquis want to pass the ball. If it's high or low, they've got their hands up, they've got their hands down. Great defense so far by the team in black.
And another steal from Florence as she scoots away, but a tie-up and a jump ball. Possession will go back to the Moquis.
Florence, I think, has been most impressive by the guards, especially on the defense. She's just going after the basketball, but she's being smart about it. She's not fouling. She's making sure she's grabbing it where it needs to be rather than just hacking an arm.
Now the Moquis looking for an answer. Met with a double team right after the inbound and another tie-up, and this one will go to the Tigers.
Don't know what the over-under would have been set on a amount of jump balls in this first quarter, but I think we hit the over.
I hope that everyone bet the over as well. At least I'm always a fan of going with the over. A lot more fun to cheer for overs and unders.
Although, of course, legally, we don't encourage betting.
Right.
Oh, nice pump fake.
Now back out to McMullen. Thought about the 3 drives left. What a dump off to Florence, who's fouled on her shot as she heads to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. You can find them at 159 North Main in Panguitch.
That's right. So once again, like I mentioned earlier in the quarter, McMullen is so good when she hesitates with the ball, she gathers it at the top of the key, and so some of the guards are coming up to try and stop that potential three-point shot. She's able to weave past a nice outlet pass down low to Florence. Now she's at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
She's too strong there on the first, and the thing with McMullen as well is she never looks like she's rushed when she has the ball. She knows exactly what she wants to do and where she wants to get on the court, always with a plan. As Florence has one more here from the line.
Dalton and Monroe also checking for the Tigers.
Florence goes 1 for 2 from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Moquis now trying to bring it up, but it's just thrown out of the reach of Griffin there. And so a Moquis turnover gives it back to the Tigers.
I think Escalante's just got to slow down a little bit. Just slowly bring it past half court, allow your teammates to move without the basketball, set up a good shot.
And a travel there, the shuffle of the feet trying to get through the quadruple team there was Vetch, and it's a Tiger turnover. So the Moquis defensively doing a good job here, not allowing the Tigers anything easy.
I think they're doing really good inside the paint as there's another steal by McMullen. Oh, and a great move down low. And then an absolute fantastic block.
Carlisle came out of nowhere after what looked like a potential play of the game there from McMullen. Now it's a potential play of the game for Carlisle. McMullen to inbound. Nice entry pass there. Too strong, though, on the floater was Dalton. And it'll go back to the Moquis out of bounds.
Escalante did about an 80% good job on that. They just missed one player, and that was the one player that they found baseline. She just missed the shot.
And a foul on the other end on the drive. Carly Vetch checks in and gets the foul. Well, it's her first, but 4 fouls on the Tigers here in the first quarter. So after this next foul, or the next foul, will put the Moquis at the line.
Carsty played a really good game yesterday. She knows how to rebound the basketball well.
Nice entry pass there for the Moquis, but it's stripped loose. They recover. Puts up the tough contested shot. Can't get it to fall from Gardner. And now the Tigers have the ball with McMullen.
Nice defense by the Moquis, double teaming the guards.
Tigers break the press. Now slow it back down with Griffiths. She'll take the top of the key 3. Short. Rebound fought for. And a foul against the Tigers on the rebound.
Love the green light on that possession. She saw an opening and she took it. You got to have that kind of mentality, especially in the postseason like this, where chances don't come that often with a good defense.
As they'll say, the or sorry, the Moquis have 4 fouls. That was just the third team foul on the Tigers.
Yeah, and that's the second against Carsity Vetch now in just a minute or so of game time. She's going to have to be careful if she wants to stay in this one.
And the Moquis barely get it back off the steal, but now dribble it off their own foot, and it's a fast break opportunity now for the Tigers. And who else is there but Fry to break it up and draw a tough foul, make the Tigers earn it from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line with Hadley Griffiths.
Yeah, once again, Riley's just able to get after the basketball. But again, like I mentioned in pregame, she can get into foul trouble. She fouled out in their loss to Manila, where she had 14 points basically through 3 quarters, and her team was down only 2 points, but then they ended up losing that one by 15. She makes a massive difference as she checks onto the bench with those early 2 fouls.
Now Griffiths with that made free throw, the 4th different Tiger to score here in the opening quarter. She goes 1 for 2 from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. The Moquis getting the ball. Bringing it up with Ellie Nelson. And a foul is called against the Tigers. That one their 4th. So now for the final minute 24, we'll be in the bonus both ways. Carlisle to inbound. And double teamed immediately, but back out, reset.
Tigers going with a zone defense right here, but now they're moving into that corner, but they're double teaming up top.
And a foul on the floor there as Carsity Vetch just gets caught with her hand in the cookie jar there trying to reach in from behind. That's 3 fouls on her now in this first quarter.
Just in a matter of minutes. I mentioned as she was checking into the game, she can be a difference maker, especially down low. Yesterday, she actually didn't have a height advantage, but today she does, and now she's not able to take advantage because she's going to check onto the bench with 3 fouls in the first quarter.
And Amory Jenkins hits the first from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for the Moquis. They have one more opportunity here.
Good sign to see is they were 0 for 2 their last trip down.
1 for 2 on that trip. The rebound controlled by the Tigers with Wilden. Now McMullen with the slow jog up across the timeline. Nice crossover dribble to Wilden. The entry pass down on the block. A double team immediately. They swing it back out. McMullen cross-court pass. Mid-range jumper off the front iron there from Gracie Dotson. And a foul is called on the rebound, and we'll make the long trek to the other Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
It looks like that one's going to go against Acacia Dalton. That's going to be her second. But now the Moquis are going into a zone defense, so you're seeing the Tigers try to pass the ball around super quickly to get an open look. Moquis have to do the same on their end if they want to get their next field goal.
So the first one drops for Gardner. The 3rd different Moquis to score here in the first quarter.
Holcomb checks in for the Moquis, as it looks like Ellie Nelson's coming out. So let's see if some new players can get some score to go down.
1 for 2 from the line for the Moquis, but the rebound was knocked out of bounds by Milford. So a chance to get another basket here on this possession. About 10-second difference between the shot and game clock.
These out-of-bounds plays are what win you games. Let's see what the coach has drawn up.
A nice find there for the corner 3, just too strong from Amory Jenkins. And the Tigers get the rebound, but throw it too far over the head of McMullen, and it's a Tiger turnover. Milford just trying to go a bit too fast there. No need to rush it here late in the quarter. You can slow things down and wait for that good luck.
It's natural that when you encounter difficulty, especially against defenders, that you want to throw things away like Escalante just did right there. But you just have to pause for a moment and look at what you've got, what you're working with, so you can get the ball out of there and in a safe spot.
McMullen, nice pump fake, takes a step inside the three-point line. Too strong, though, on the mid-range jumper. The Moquis come away with it on the fast break. It's a 2-on-2. Nice stop there. Too strong, though, on the floater from Gardner. The rebound is fought for and ripped away by Gardner. A jump ball is called. Possession will stay here with the Moquis. 8.7 to play here first quarter.
Again, we've got a lot of jump balls. That means both of these teams are going after it. And especially when it gets underneath the basket, you see that some of these players, when they bring it down to chest level, that's open for anyone to grab on defense or on offense.
Moquis with the ball here late. Nice drive in and kick. The long two rather, the buzzer no good there from Sonata Griffin. And so it's a 14-4 Tiger lead after one. The state championship basketball is brought to you by Zions Bank on KSLSports.com.
For over 60 years, Brown Brothers Construction has been building roads, moving dirt, and shaping the future of our communities. From highways to hometown streets, we take pride in a job well done, just like the incredible 1A athletes competing in the 2025 region and state tournaments. To all the hardworking athletes out there, your dedication, grit, and determination inspire us every day. Brown Brothers Construction is proud to support you. Best of luck, and keep shaping the road to victory.
Bose Auto Parts in Beaver, Utah is a proud sponsor of the Milford Tigers boys and girls basketball teams. Bose Auto Parts is expanding their daily delivery route to communities along Highway 89 from Orderville to Marysville. Call Bose Auto Parts and place your order today, 435-438-2347.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all.
Welcome back inside the Blackburn Propane broadcast booth. Warmth you can rely on, powered by family, fueled by trust. Alan Richards, Nate Thatcher here with our nice producer, Aiden Fort, bringing you the Consolation games in Richfield High School here on Friday. The Tigers with the ball in the 10-point lead as they break the Escalante trap. Cross-court pass, another cross-court pass. Get it inside, and a block shot there as Hadley Griffiths was unable to get it up to the rim.
Gardner's doing a great job defensively down low in the paint, keeping her verticality.
Top of the key three, off back iron from the Moquis. And a jump ball called. This one will stay here with the Moquis.
So again, when someone gathers the basketball, it's a natural tendency to bring it down low. And at that point, you need to keep it away from the defense, up high and away, so that way they don't have a chance to go after that jump ball and get another shot.
Moquis find Fry, far corner three. Too strong. Rebound into the hands of Griffin.
Nice job by Griffin to recollect and grab it.
Fry pump fake, steps to the free throw line. Too strong again, and right again, Griffin is there for the putback. She now has 4 points.
And the only 2 field goals right now for the Moquis, so you'd have to think they might want to move things through number 11 right now in this first half.
Milford swings around the perimeter. Stops with McMullen. Thought about the three. Now they reset again with 15 on the shot clock. Deep two, up and in from Miley Wilden. She now has 5 points.
So you saw that the Moquis went into a 2-3 zone defense. The Tigers didn't use a middleman to try and pass things through, but they used fast perimeter passing to find a deep two by Wilden.
As the body check in the backcourt goes against Taylor Carlisle, and it will be the first foul on the Moquis here in the second quarter.
That's going to be her second, and it looks like we've got a timeout.
Zions Bank timeout called by Escalante. So this state championship basketball brought to you by Garcane Propane on TeamHive.live and KSLSports.com.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit bryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
Welcome back inside from the Zions Bank timeout for big time banking with the home team feel. Zions Bank is for you. The Tigers have the ball with the 10-point lead here over Escalante. And a nice steal there in the backcourt from Jenkins as she looks to go on the fast break. Can't get the tough layup to go. Fight for it on the ground and a jump ball. Possession this time goes to Milford.
So now, again, it happened on both sides. Escalante was able to capitalize with a steal, but that ball is being placed way too nonchalantly in front of the defense, and it's allowing defenders to just go after it. I'm guessing we're probably in double figures for the amount of jump balls we've seen.
The Tigers get it across half court and find McMillan, weaving her way through. Euro step and one for Jaden McMillan as she got a nifty move there to get to the basket. He'll have one more at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
That was just an absolutely beautiful move by McMullen down low. And Carter made the unfortunate mistake to just use her arms instead of her body to try and get in front of Jaden. McMullen can just weave her way past any defender. Gets two right there.
Gets the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Now leading the way with 9 points for Milford.
This is very different. She's been able to rebound the last two games than what she did on Wednesday's game in their loss to Valley. She only finished with 8 points, which was her lowest total in the 6 games before that. And now she had 9 points in the first quarter yesterday. She's got 9 in the first half today. Nice response by the girl in number 4.
Nice passing there for the Moquis to get the 14-foot jumper. Just too strong. Put back. So on the shot, the officials are going to discuss. They do count the basket. And so it'll be a three-point play on the other side for the Moquis with Cora Gardner looking to get one from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
Really nice job by Gardner once again to capitalize down low in the paint. She made a mistake on the other end. What does she do? She makes up for it on the offensive end. Great job to get the and one.
Too strong on the free throw. The rebound, though, is, you guessed it, a tie-up and a jump ball. Will stay here with the Moquis.
Again, I don't encourage betting, but, man, I really hit the over on the amount of jump balls in this game. That's just an attribute to the effort on the defensive side for both of these teams going after the basketball.
The Moquis with another chance here, trying to get the deficit back down to single digits. And a foul before the inbound against the Tigers. That'll be their second here in the second quarter.
So Carsey Vetch was already in trouble with 3 fouls. Now we have Hadley Griffiths, I believe, with 2.
It is indeed, unless the scoreboard deceives us.
Sometimes it does. You never know.
Now Griffin with it, top of the key for the Moquis, driving left. Nice kick out. Driving kick here for the Moquis. Swing back down. Tough floater, no good. Another offensive rebound by Gardner. Can't get the follow-up, but it stays here with the Moquis. As I think it's time to play some Fab Rats trivia. Fab Rats, you know, Nate, entertaining, family-friendly YouTube channel. Do you have a question for us here today?
I do. The question for this game is, what color is Paul's welding jacket? Interesting. I wonder what it is. Well, if you know what it is, please email your answer to uhsslive@gmail.com, and you can win yourself some free Fab Rats merch. And we got a lot more options than just T-shirts this year.
Yeah, and you can educate us as well by letting us know what color the welding jacket is.
I don't know. It's part of the game, though. Maybe I'll give some hints, though, if no one gets it by the third quarter.
But yeah, you can get some jerky, you can get a beanie, the best T-shirts in the 1A tournament.
It's fabric made of liquid gold. They're amazing.
As a long jumper there for the Moquis goes out of bounds, and the Tigers finally get that defensive stop after the Moquis continue to crush the offensive glass.
Escalante's still looking to see what they want to do in the half court. I feel like a lot of their really good shots have come in transition off of defensive steals or blocks. So let's see how they can figure out how to infiltrate this defense and get a good look either from the perimeter or down low in the paint from a shot like a player like Gardner.
McMullen with it, weaves through the Moquis defense. So now they swing around the perimeter. Back out to McMullen, pump fakes. Out to Florence. Deep 2. No, it's short. The rebound to the Moquis as now they look to run with Holcomb. Holcomb going coast to coast. Can't get the layup finish. The rebound fought for, down on the court. The Tigers come away with it. Riley Fry nearly gets the steal, but knocks it out of bounds.
Nice job that time by Escalante in transition. Just missed the shot as they went down. Holcomb had a nice touch just off a little bit to the right.
Now the Tigers holding on to that 11-point lead, trying to break this Moquis full court pressure defense. They break it and slow things down. The top of the key with Griffiths. He now drives right. It's into the paint. Contested floater off back iron. And a foul on the rebound. go against the Tigers. That's their third here in the second quarter.
Wilden got a little too physical as she was trying to grab that offensive rebound. Only her first foul. We've seen that she's been able to be explosive at the beginning of these quarters, but as they've kind of winded on, she's been a little bit quiet scoring-wise.
Now the Moquis swing around the perimeter again, trying to get inside. They get into the free throw line and on the block with Gardner. Nearly loses it, but is able to kick back out to Griffin. 15 now on the shot clock with Fry. Nice entry pass back down to Gardner, and a foul on the block will be the fourth on the Tigers. So for the final 4:18 of the second quarter, the Moquis will get free throws.
And that's going to be the third against Hadley Griffith. So you now have two post players that are instrumental in how you play down low. Griffiths averages over 6 points per game. Vetch with a nice game yesterday. It'll be interesting to see how they come up with defending, especially down low in the paint with those two in foul trouble.
Gracie Dotson comes back into the game for Griffiths. Those 3 fouls. Now Griffin at the free throw line. Take it back out. Find Fry to reset. Swing now to Holcomb. Back to Fry. Thought about the 3. Instead tries to go inside. And another foul against Milford. And that one will send Allison Holcomb to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
So this is where Escalante can take advantage, because now you're in the bonus with half of the quarter left. Let's see what they can do from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, because they haven't gotten a lot of field goals to go down. Well, now you have free trips to the line. This is where you got to make your shot to try and close in on this deficit.
And continue to stay aggressive as well, trying to get the ball inside. As Holcomb can't hit the first, and during timeout, we're talking about interesting free throw routines, and it's always fun watching the different high schoolers with these routines. Holcomb no different. About the furthest I've seen anyone stand behind the free throw line, but it works.
Right. If you hit a shot, I mean, of course it's going to work, but it's also about distance. I mean, if that's what she's most comfortable with, hey, go ahead and do it.
Now the Tigers looking for an answer. Nice entry pass down low. The floater doesn't fall there from Cedillo, and the Moquis come away with the rebound. Fry going coast to coast, gets on the baseline but loses it, and it's a Moquis turnover. The Tigers catch a break there. Riley Fry had a nice drive, just dribbled it there off her foot.
Yeah, she averages over 10 points per game, but still looking to get her first points at all in this first half. I feel like that's definitely playing a part in why they're down by double digits.
And a shuffle of the feet there by Florence, and it's another Tiger turnover. As Milford will take a timeout. This state championship basketball brought to you by the Windy Mesa Studio on TeamHive.live and KTTA 8.1.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Race is scheduled for the second Saturday in July.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Welcome back from the Zions Bank timeout for game-winning banking with the home team feel. Zions Bank is for you. Both teams looking for a home team feel on the offensive end. 19-9 Tigers with the lead here over Escalante Dallin Richards, along with my color analyst Nate Thatcher, our lovely producer Aiden Fort, making us sound better than we probably deserve.
Isn't he lovely?
As the Moquis get another turnover and now looking to run out on the fast break. Coast to coast, get too far into the basket, but an offensive rebound and a foul will send the Moquis back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, and you see Riley Fry frustrated with herself, knew she had an opportunity there, just got herself too far under the basket.
I think we've mentioned it in other instances of the game here in the first half, but it just comes to slowing it down just a little bit. If you're struggling with certain aspects of your game, you just got to focus on what you do best, because once the game slows down for you, I feel like that's when you can capitalize and really make your mark.
One more from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for Griffin. She goes 0 for 2. The rebound, last touch by, they're going to say the Moquis. The Tigers regain possession.
Tigers made a lot of shots there in that first quarter. They've been quiet since, only 2 field goals here, and that matches exactly what the Moquis have done. Tigers basically playing right now with Escalante. That first quarter is basically what's holding them over right now.
And the shot clock didn't start there, and so they'll re-inbound the ball for the Tigers. They set it to 31.
I was about to say, I'll bet that it's 31. I just wanted to get that feeling that I knew it was going to be that.
Okay. I'll believe you this time.
Thank you. Oh, nice pass.
Oh, just unable to hold on to it was Cedillo, but the vision there from McMullen on the inbound to go all the way across the court, I think it caught Cedillo a bit off guard.
We've also talked about jump balls with players focusing on the basketball, so they're going after it, and that's causing for a lot of turnovers. But also when you focus on the ball, sometimes you lose off-ball player movement, and that time Cedillo was in the right spot. It just went through her hands. That would have been a beautiful play by the Tigers outside of the sideline.
A deep three off the glass, no good there from Carlisle, and a fight for the rebound is a foul against the Moquis. So their third foul here in this second quarter, and the Tigers get the ball back.
I think another reason why we're getting fouls or jump balls is because after someone gets a rebound, they're turning around super quickly, and the defense is still right there. You got to grab that rebound, use your hips to create some space, keep the ball away, and again, slow down, find someone else to get yourself out of that situation.
McMullen unable to get the lob down to Cedillo, and it's another Tiger turnover, though. Milford doing a good job breaking the press initially of the Moquis. It's once they get the ball inside the three-point line, they're having a problem passing.
Escalante is doing a really good job at collapsing baseline, so they need to find a way to either kick it out or wait till you get an open look.
And a Moquis turnover there. That was a great defense from Dotson for Milford. Forced that Moquis pass to go out of bounds.
It's 14 turnovers now for Escalante here in the first half.
Cedillo with it. Cross court. Back to Cedillo free throw line as she goes right. Dotson back down to Cedillo. Nice give and go action plus the harm. Another bank shot brought to you by State Bank of Southern Utah. Experience the difference of hometown banking. And Cedillo will head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Love that back and forth between those two players. But once again, the Moquis are looking at the basketball. So you have two players just going back and forth. If you pass it quickly enough, Cedillo was wide open underneath the basket, and they came too late and fouled her. Great job that time by number 5.
Cedillo here. Too strong on the free throw. Out of bounds on the rebound. Last touch by the Moquis.
Tigers have a chance now to get multiple points in the same possession. Let's see what they draw up here out of the baseline formation.
They get an open wing three. That one too strong from Wilden. And a foul on the rebound against Escalante. And that's their fourth foul here in the second quarter. So now the final 2:18, both teams will be in the bonus. And the third foul against Kaylee Carlisle.
Yeah, that's tough to see. Again, it's going to start to get a little bit more physical, and you have to understand how to ride that balance a little bit with making your presence known to try and grab some boards without trying to get a player and hack their arm.
Inbound now. Dotson, far corner. Finds Cedillo top of the key. We swing around the perimeter. Now Florence finds Cedillo near corner three, short. The rebound into the hands of Florence, though, for the Tigers. She steps in and gets a nifty floater over the Moquis defense. Paisley Florence now up to 6 points.
Yeah, she did a nice job tracking down that offensive rebound and then just went baseline to get her nice floater in.
and then gets a steal on the other end, Paisley Florence, but chased down from behind by Fry. She gets called with the foul, got caught too much of the arm in the eyes of the official there.
That just shows how aggressive Riley Fry is. Although she gets the foul, I don't know, that looked like a pretty impressive block from up here. But unfortunate because now Riley Fry is scoreless and has 3 fouls here in the first half.
Paisley Florence at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2. Gets the friendly roll on the first. Now with 7 points, keeping pace with Jada McMullen, who leads the way with 9. One more for Florence. That one short. The rebound, though, fought for and won by Dotson. Back to Dotson. Nice entry pass to McMullen. And a jump ball is called. It was a good defense there from the Moquis. As soon as McMullen caught the ball, they collapsed on her, and she didn't have anywhere to go.
It's been the same story all this the whole first half long, and it's a similar situation. We got another jump ball.
And a turnover from the Moquis. Difficulty with the inbounds. Credit there to the Tigers' defense. Not allowing anywhere to inbound the ball.
Starting to ramp up the pressure a little bit.
McMullen out to Cedillo. Steps in the three-point line. Can't use the glass Tim Duncan style. And a foul or a jump ball here. Jump ball. Possession will stay here with Milford.
Once again, I think if I'm one of these coaches at halftime, if I'm either Dalton or Cottom, I have to be saying, listen, we got to know what we're doing with the basketball and how we're placing it so we don't allow for extra opportunities for the opponent.
Cedillo open from the left elbow and gets the bucket to go. 4 second quarter points now off the bench. Griffin now driving in. She'll take the 15-footer and rattle it home. Sonata Griffin now up to 6 points and now leading the way for the Moquis.
As I mentioned before, after she made her last bucket, I feel like you have to move the offense through her because she's the only one that's making your field goal buckets right now. Find a way to get her some open space because like she's showing, she can hit some mid-range jumpers.
As Jada McMullen draws the foul on her baseline drive, she'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2, trying to get into double digits. Rolls off the rim with the first. There's a chance for one more. Nails home the second, now up to 10 points on the game to lead all scorers. As Cedillo gets a steal, finds McMullen, mid-range jumper, up and in.
Cedillo's on fire right now here in this second quarter.
Moving on both ends, and now McMullen up to 12 points. And the Moquis save the ball. A deep 3 is short. The rebound saved initially by the Moquis into the hands of Griffin, who's fouled on her putback attempt. Sonata Griffin back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for a pair.
Just as I mentioned, Cedillo's on fire. She's also on fire with 3 fouls here in the first half, so she's probably going to have to go to the bench.
Two more from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Sonata Griffin leading the way for the Moquis with 6 points. Just at her season average of 6.5. Off front iron on the first.
Still looking to make her first free throw here today as Cedillo checks out. And it looks to be Lydia George checking in for the Tigers. Second one rattles home. Nice job that time by Sonata Griffin.
Now with 5 second quarter points, pacing the way for Escalante. McMullen backs it out, about a second difference between the shot and game clock. And the Moquis force another turnover as they look to run. Now no more shot clock. And a travel call there, just a shuffle of the feet. Allison Holcomb picked up the dribble thinking she was going to pass and then didn't have anywhere to go by the time she dropped her third foot down.
That exact turnover happened a lot in yesterday's game against Altamont. Lots of turnovers due to the traveling violation. Again, you get sped up a little bit and you shuffle those feet too much, it's an easy turnover.
Corner 3 for the Tigers. Doesn't fall. The rebound won by the Moquis, and that'll do it for the first half. It's Milford 29, Escalante 12 here at the state championship basketball, brought to you by Bryce Canyon Mule Days, Chrome in the Canyon Mule Cell on KSLSports.com.
For all your residential and commercial plumbing needs, contact Color Country Plumbing. Specializing in new construction, call today, 435-231-3950. Wishing all of Region 20 success in the postseason.
Corey is a dedicated father, husband, son, brother, and friend to the entire Milford community. Since 2017, Corey has been bravely battling cancer and recently passed on. Please scan the QR code and donate to support his family during this challenging time.
Welcome into the SUU halftime report. Dallin Richards along with Nate Thatcher. The Tigers got out to a fast start offensively in the first quarter, but both defenses the story here, forcing a lot of turnovers and difficult shots.
Yeah, Escalante now with 18 turnovers there in that first half. Milford with 13. But as you mentioned, it was a fast start for the Tigers. Jade McMullen got 6 of her 10 points again in that first quarter. When she sets the tempo, she's able to do a lot more, especially on the defensive end too. She's getting a lot of steals, and because of that, I feel like when she gets going, the rest of the team gets going.
And you saw Paisley Florence get going as well. She has 7 points for the Tigers as well. And then on the other side, it was Sonata Griffin doing the scoring for the Moquis. 6 of the 12 points for Escalante, the senior, already at her season average, but doing it on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I just think it'll be interesting to see how the Moquis can respond here in the second half. As I mentioned a lot in the first, they had a lot of turnovers when they got into the half court. I feel like they got sped up, and we were talking about those jump balls quite frequently, and how can you not? I feel like that was the storyline of the game. Riley Fry with those 3 fouls, can she step up in that second half, be aggressive without fouling, and get on the board? I mean, she's scoreless right now. Sonata Griffin has 7 points, but Riley Fry is critical to the Moquis' efforts to try and win a basketball game.
As we wrap up the SU halftime report, we'll come back with the second half, but this has been your SU halftime report. SU is where you soar. Check them out at suu.edu.
Cowboy Smokehouse in Panguitch, Utah, where real cowboys along with locals gather for our famous homemade food. Big news! We are in our new location. We couldn't be more pleased. With a new large banquet room to accommodate large parties and events. Come join us at the Cowboy Smokehouse in Panguitch.
Escalante City, home base for an unmatched outdoor experience. Visit the Escalante Petrified Forest State Park, Calf Creek Falls, Hole in the Rock, Peekaboo Slot Canyon, and White Hollow Reservoir. Escalante City, unmatched beauty and adventure.
Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today. Are you looking for ways to protect your agricultural-related investments from lack of precipitation and market downturns? We are the Ag Experts. Our team specializes in PRF insurance, LRP insurance, and ranch insurance. Give Chad a call today to learn how you can protect your calf check from the market downturns and your livestock range from drought. Don't get caught at the bottom of the cycles. Choose the experts. Choose us, your agriculture insurance specialists. Call Chad Lyman with Tyler Jeffs & Associates at 435-633-5981. Celebrating over 80 years of service, Garfield Ready Mix and Bryce Valley Builders are proud to sponsor 1A basketball. Providing quality concrete to Paiute, Kane, Garfield, and Wayne counties, the mutters at Garfield Ready Mix are the best around.
Hey Mom, I'm going to Sydney.
Hello? What about the fridge?
Arcane Propane proudly sponsors Region 20 basketball. We are here to meet your propane needs. Call us 800-747-5403.
Griffin Grocery in Escalante is family owned and operated since 1967. They have a great selection of fresh produce, meats, breads, and so much more. Wishing the Moquis success in the postseason tournaments.
When it comes to traditions, at the top of the list has to be a stop at Henry's Drive-In on Highway 89 in Penguich for a hot and juicy chubby cheeseburger and an order of homemade onion rings. From the amazing crew at Henry's, they wish all teams success. JT Steel is a custom steel fabricator. It all began with a $2,000 job in 1983, from large projects like the BYU baseball stadium to a customer that needs an angle with a couple holes. Owner and Garfield County Commissioner Jerry Taylor wishes all teams success. It's time for championship basketball, and Lamb Excavating, located in Orderville, Utah, wishes all teams the best of luck in the postseason. Lamb Excavating can help you with all of your excavation needs, from gravel to chip seal and any other excavating. No job is too big or too small. Give Darwin and the boys a call, 435-648-2318. Now let's play some ball.
Mike's Food Town in Beaver, Utah believes in giving their customers a great variety of products, superior customer service at an affordable price. We appreciate our customers' loyalty and wish the Milford Tigers success in the postseason.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West, or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to the Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Join us in Tropic, Utah, the first week in May for guided mule rides, vendors, food, and fun, including arena events, all mule fun rodeo, and ranch sorting. Then Friday night, a live concert featuring Dave Stamey and Bren Hill. The premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there.
You like car shows? Well, let's supersize it as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Penguich City Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Penguich Main Street from 8 to 10:30 p.m. Saturday, the show will be at the Penguich City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all truck drivers that make our communities better, so why not show off their trucks? We wish all teams success.
Doing a routine MRI on the Tin Man is wrong. Underage drinking? That's very wrong and can harm your brain.
When your kids understand underage drinking is very wrong, 9 out of 10 don't drink.
Take a break and come adventure with Rome Outdoor Adventure Company with locations in Kanab, Orderville, Coral Pink Sand Dunes State Park, and Escalante. We can find the perfect adventure for you and your family. UTVs, slot canyons, horse rides, fishing via ferratas, and so much more. Now renting Jeep Gladiators and Ford Broncos for daily and multi-day rentals. Come roam with us. Book on our website www.roamoutdoor.com.
What many are calling the best country music dinner show anywhere. Nightly at Bryce Canyon's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. Live music with some of Nashville's best musicians and singers.
I got a feeling called the blues. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
A show that walks you through the history of country music and the history of Bryce Canyon.
Hell of a place to lose a cat.
The show runs every night. That's right, every night, from April to October. Get your tickets now at Ebenezer'sBarnandGrill.com.
If you are buying or refinancing a home, did you know you can request your own title company? Keep business local and request security title for all your title, closing, and escrow needs. Travis and Hillary wish all team success in the postseason tournaments. If you are buying or refinancing a home,
booth warmth you can rely on, powered by family and fueled by trust. Dallin Richards along with Nate Thatcher as we get set for the third quarter. The Moquis will start with the ball down by 17, and if you're Escalante, have to find a way to get Riley Fry an easy basket early here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and I think that she has to find a way to stay aggressive without fouling so she can stay in the game and actually make a difference for the Moquis.
They swing around the perimeter here. Now find Fry, takes a drive in, kicks back to Griffin, deep two. Offside iron, out of bounds, last touch by the Moquis, so the Tigers get the first defensive stop here of the third quarter.
Moquis were using Fry as the middle girl inside to try and use passing lanes through her. Ended up getting a good look from the perimeter from Griffin, just didn't go down.
Now good half-court trap defense. They find McMullen, do the Tigers. Kick back out. Dotson thought about the three. Said nice entry pass down low. A foul is called, and that will send Casey Dalton to the free throw, Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for two.
Nice job moving the ball. McMullen gets a little handoff as three defenders were trying to go against Dalton that time. And then she just finds her down low for two. Great ball movement by the Tigers.
So Dalton, too strong on the first. We'll have one more from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Tigers in and out on the second. Both teams still looking for that lucrative first point of the second half as Allison Holcomb brings the ball up, finding Fry far wing. Cross court to Griffin. Good recovery, though, from this Tiger zone defense. Cross court now back to Holcomb. Fry takes a drive in. Her floater's short. The rebound to the Tigers.
They're seeing her when she wants to be aggressive and drive to the basket, getting good blocks. So Riley still scoreless.
McMullen, near corner. Stolen away by Griffin. What a strip to give the Moquis the ball back.
Best active hands I've seen all day. Was able to stay vertical so she didn't foul, and then just rips the ball right away from McMullen.
On the other side, Paisley Florence gets a steal of her own. The pickpocket Mastro's up here early. And another steal as the Moquis look to run, slowing it back down. A deep three off the glass, no. Getting their own miss, though, the Moquis with Nelson, but it's stripped away. Tigers wisely slow things down here with Dotson. And the entry pass is stolen by Holcomb, playing defensive back. And draws the foul, the first against the Tigers here in this third quarter.
So Milford could get into a little bit of foul trouble because it seems like once the Moquis finally break and they're in the open court, the Tigers just come right back, try to grab an arm or something to keep them away. And now you've got a lot of players with fouls there in black. Let's see if that continues to be a trend here in the second half.
That one just the first on Dotson, but already have a couple of post players with 3 fouls. Fry forced to kick it out. A deep three off the glass and in and out there from Carlisle. And the Tigers get possession. Florence trots across the timeline now to McMullen. Far corner three for the Tigers is short. That one from Wilden. The rebound chased out. The Tigers wisely let it go out of bounds as it was last touched by Escalante.
For a moment, I thought there was almost a miscommunication on you grab it, no, you grab it, no, you grab it. But a nice job that time by both Wilden and McMullen to understand that it wasn't going to be out of bounds on them.
Inbound goes to Dotson. Back to McMullen. Cross court, nice baseline drive. Off the glass and in for a State Bank shot.
Miley Wilden. And as I mentioned there in that second quarter, she's able to get the first bucket to go for this Tigers offense in all 3 quarters now. Let's see if it can be a trend for the remainder of the quarter.
Moquis get to the free throw line in that zone defense. Nelson unable to control or get the mid-range jumper to fall. That's where you want to facilitate the offense, though, if you're the Moquis against this Tiger zone defense.
They're starting to actually get better shots here in the second half. Just haven't seen anything fall.
And a near steal there from Holcomb, but it's knocked out of bounds. Tigers struggling to get the ball inside. See what they draw up here on the baseline, out of bounds. McMullen to inbound.
Nice out of bounds play.
Open corner 3. Book it plus the harm. 4-point play for Miley Wilden. She hit a Bryce Canyon City 3-pointer in the first quarter. Now one here in the third, as she's already doubled up her points to 10.
I think she's listening to me up here in the booth. I said she's been doing really good at the start of the quarter and then kind of faded off a little bit scoring-wise. Now she has 5 straight for the Tigers, and that was a beautiful out-of-bounds play. You had two teammates set a screen on the far block. She split the needle right in the thread, got a wide-open 3 on the far side, and the foul.
One more from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for Wilden. Nails it. Now up to 11 points. Junior averages 5 points a game on the season. And a foul on the other end will send the Moquis to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line as well.
You can just see it in Riley Fry's eyes as she's getting to the basket. She wants to score. She wants a point. I thought that was a really good job getting past the first and second levels of the defense. It's hard, though. When you got a full head of steam, then you need to go soft off the glass once you get close to the bucket. That time her aggressiveness, it paid off, though. She's going to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
She knocks down the first for her first points of the game. We'll see if that doesn't get her going here, as Hadley Griffiths checks back into the game for the Tigers.
Unfortunate for Karsty Vetch, as I mentioned in that first half. She had a really good game yesterday in their win against the Miners, but she just hasn't been able to get going because she's been on the bench with that foul trouble.
Fry goes 1 for 2, and a tie-up there on the rebound as a couple of Tigers hit the deck hard. But the possession will stay here with Milford.
Hopefully everyone's okay. As I mentioned yesterday, we did have an injury with Miley Wilden for a moment. She did have to leave. She hit her head really hard. That can be difficult, especially in a scrum when you're going after the basketball, as both of these teams love to do. Sometimes heads can bonk, and you can get some weird injuries when you're diving for the basketball.
And you see Wilden laughing it off there with Dalton, as both appear to be okay. McMullen thought about the deep 3. Said they'll swing around the perimeter, try to get it down to Dalton, but it's stolen away by the Moquis.
Tough pass by Wilden right there. There were 3 Escalante girls just right down in the paint.
Deep 3 is long from Fry, and the rebound out to the Tigers as they look to run on the fast break, and a blocking foul against Fry. Will be the third against the Moquis here in the third quarter.
And there's the 4th against Riley. And again, I think she's just putting her body in the wrong positions to try and stop fast breaks. And that's now 2 of her fouls have come in times like that.
As we get a Zions Bank timeout, the state championship basketball is brought to you by Bryce Canyon City on TeamHive.live and KSLSports.com.
Buying or refinancing a home, did you know you can request your own title company? Keep business local and request security title for all your title, closing, and escrow needs. Travis and Hillary wish all team success in the postseason tournaments.
Tandem Contractors is a licensed general contractor specializing in dirt work, concrete, utility installation, and septic systems, serving Garfield County and the surrounding area. Call Tel today, 435-690-0243.
From humble beginnings to major discoveries in genetics, medicine, computer science, engineering, and every other corner of campus, it's been a remarkable 175 years, and we are still climbing.
the Zions Bank timeout for game-winning banking with a home team feel. Zions Bank is for you. The Tigers have the ball and the big lead, thanks to Miley Wilden here with 6 third-quarter points to lead the way for the Tigers as she catches the inbound. Back to McMullen. Again, thought about that deep three. Instead goes cross-court to Florence. Back to Wilden, now McMullen. Drives left, Euro. And 1 plus the harm. Jada McMullen, pack your bags and take us on a trip with that Euro step.
And what European country did she take us to with that one?
All of them.
All of them. Wow. See, I like to say that one looked a little English to me. And now that's 3 and 1 opportunities for this Tigers team in this game alone.
As she knocks it down from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. McMullen now up to her season average with 15.
Yeah, she's looking really good right now. And you're having multiple players step up. That's when you win basketball games. Your star player always has to be there that you can rely on to get the tempo going. When you have players like Wilden having really strong third quarters like she has right now, you're going to win some basketball games.
And the Moquis looking for an answer. Griffin drives down left, kicks back to Holcomb. 18 on the shot clock now. Back to Griffin driving baseline. No on the floater, but a blocking foul against the Tigers will be their third here in the third quarter.
Nice job that time by Griffin to drive to the basket. Now she's going to be, I feel like she's going to be the Riley Fry. She's going to go after her point. She's going to try and get that bucket to drop to replace what they're losing with number 3 on the bench.
Griffin, a trip to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Drills the first. She's leading the Moquis now with 8 points.
So Dalton's going to check back in for the Tigers as you now have Griffiths and Vetch with 4 fouls apiece.
Griffin 1 for 2 from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, but Gardner chases down the rebound initially, but shuffled her feet trying to stay in bounds.
Yeah, we mentioned in that first half and coming into this third quarter, traveling is a turnover that happened quite frequently yesterday that the Moquis got to clean up.
And they force a steal here with Griffin on the easy fast break layup, now in double digits with 10.
Way to capitalize on the mistakes of Milford. Again, easy bucket the other way. Now Griffin in double digits.
Dalton with a nifty pass down low. We kick back to McMullen. Cross court now Florence, top of the key. Tries to find a cutter under the basket, but Dodson unable to get to it before the Moquis. And a Moquis turnover was just dribbled off the foot there of Jenkins. And Tigers get the ball right back. Tigers break the press once again with Ambrose. Down under the basket, a foul is called, and that will send Acacia Dalton to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2.
Acacia's doing a really good job today in replacing both Vetch and Griffiths down low in the post due to those players having foul trouble. And now she has a chance to capitalize. Couldn't get a free throw to drop last time at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Let's see if she can make one right here. First one's up and in. Nice job by number 2 to get her first points of the game here.
One more from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Dalton goes 1 for 2. But the rebound to Dotson. Back out McMullen 3. Book it from the Bryce Canyon City three-pointer, the city of hoodoos, as McMullen now has 18 points.
Yeah, McMullen there wide open from the perimeter. And when you're giving her that, she'll take it every single time.
McMullen's been consistent throughout this game, scoring 6 points in each quarter. As that shot is too strong from Nelson, the Tigers get the rebound.
Once again, Moquis caught tracking the basketball. Here's another opportunity for the Tigers to find an open player.
Florence top of the key. Swings to Dotson. Trying to get the ball inside. It's a scrum down low. And a tie-up. Jump ball will go to Escalante.
Dalton coming up, just laughing as she was caught at the bottom of that scrum. But once again, good to see that every player's getting up and getting healthy.
And I think Gracie Dotson trying to figure out how she ended up at the bottom of the pile as her hand in the jump ball was actually her feet.
Yeah, that's that's exactly what happened.
Now the Moquis with the ball. Trying to break this Tigers defense.
Yeah, Milford going with his zone defense right here, so you got to have someone in the middle that can help you facilitate.
Griffin, top of the key. Now finds Gardner, gets to the free throw line. Nice drive. And dumps it back out. Mid-range jumper, no. The offensive putback, no. Another rebound and a foul there. This time is relentless was Ellie Nelson on the glass along with Amory Jenkins. But it'll be Nelson at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2.
Yeah, the senior's going to look to get her first points here of the day. And she'll try and get them from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
Drills the first. There's a chance for one more with 1:26 to play here in the third quarter. Offside iron on the second. The Tigers come away with it. McMullen slows things down after initially running. Pops the clutch and gets back into the lane and is tripped. A hard foul to the court will send Jada McMullen back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line where she gets up and appears to be okay.
Looks like she hit her chin pretty hard. Good thing she's smiling. And she's showing she went down quick. But that's going to be 4 fouls now against Gardner for Escalante.
And it should be, there it is, the scores table stops them as the Tigers are in the bonus. So McMullen will get 2 from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. I know how to count to 5 because it's only one hand, so I can keep my one hand on the scorebook and I can use my other hand to count those fouls.
It's something to note for future parents as well when you're teaching your kids to count. Yeah, use that hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect.
Even though it is early in the day, on day 3, on less than ideal sleep.
Yeah.
We can still
count. Yeah. It's a good thing this is an algebra class.
McMullen gets the friendly roll on the second. Breaks the streak of 6 points scored in a quarter as she gets to number 7 here in the third and heads to the bench.
McMullen is just absolutely making up for their unfortunate loss in that round game on Wednesday and their loss to Valley. And she's playing absolutely incredible in the last 2 days.
Moquis swinging around the perimeter. Holcomb back out to Jenkins. Back to Holcomb.
Nice ball movement.
Griffin contested jumper, no. And a whistle late will send Griffin back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for a pair.
Tiger fans are very...
And say,
I guess you could say enthusiastic.
Well, that fouls Vetch out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. As I mentioned, Vetch was a critical piece in yesterday's win, but she was unable to contribute scoring-wise today because she just gets 5 quick fouls.
And she gets a nice standing ovation from the Tiger faithful here who made the trip to Richfield. Sonata Griffin at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2. Gets the first. Now up to 11 points, 4 of them here in the third quarter.
Griffin's playing a great game, and she had to really in order to get some points on the board as Riley Fry was in foul trouble as well with 4.
2 for 2 from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for Sonata Griffin.
Love to see it. She's stepping up big time here in the second half.
Tigers with the ball. Breaks that full court pressure. Now cross court to Florence. Cedillo now at a big second quarter for the Tigers as they swing back around to the near side. Entry pass down to Dalton, kicking it back to Ambrose. Cedillo with 10 on the shot clock. Tigers still looking to get inside. Now down to 5. Get it back out. Cedillo, top of the key. Air ball and a shot clock violation.
They got a shot up at the very end, but as you're seeing, the Moquis move a lot when the basketball moves. So as an offense, you have to pass it very quickly to try and see if you can get a shot. Took 34 seconds. They had a good look. Cedillo just couldn't get it to drop.
And then they get a steal on the other end to end the third quarter. So it's Milford 43, Escalante 19 after 3. The state championship basketball brought to you by the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games on 1aball.com.
Utah Independent Bank, locally owned with branches to serve you in Beaver, Salina, Monroe, and Milford. Our loan officers and staff are ready to serve you for all your banking needs. Bank with people you know and trust. Get custom banking with custom ideas and custom solutions at Utah Independent Bank.
Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games is Utah's premier sporting event. The games are hosted by Southern Utah University, and we invite you to be part of the action. Register today and compete in a variety of events, from barrel racing, skeet shooting, basketball, track, arm wrestling, long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org. Trust your smile to Cody Wilson. Located in Cedar City, Wilson Orthodontics creates a fun, efficient environment while perfecting your smile. Schedule an appointment today, 435-586-8980.
Windy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014.
Inside the Blackburn Propane broadcast booth, Dallin Richards, Nate Thatcher with you here as the Tigers lose the ball on the opening possession of the fourth quarter. Now Riley Fry on the fast break. Nice floater off the glass, can't get the friendly roll. The putback, no, but free throws coming for the Moquis and Court Gardner, who's been a monster on the offensive glass.
Yeah, that's where she thrives the most. And again, Fry trying to get a bucket early, couldn't get it to drop, but Gardner's right there to get the board.
As that's the fifth foul on
Hadley Griffiths.
Hadley Griffiths there. Gracie Dotson will come back in, and they actually call the foul on the floor in the initial rebound, so no free throws for Gardner. Instead, baseline out of bounds for the Moquis.
So Dotson and Dalton have been the two players that have been able to step up in the paint for the Tigers, as the other two in Griffiths and Vetch have fouled out.
In and out on the Bryce King's a three-pointer, but the rebound won by Fry and saved, but Gardner couldn't control the pass there. Turnover for the Moquis.
That was about to be one of the plays of the game right there. Fry diving out of bounds, throws a perfect pass to Gardner, but it comes in a little bit too quick, and Gardner loses it out of bounds.
Cross-court pass to Dotson. Nice entry to Dalton. Now Cedillo, mid-range jumper in and out. And a foul on the rebound. No shot, though. It will be baseline out of bounds for the Tigers. Dalton, though, crashing the offensive glass.
And that'll be Gardner's fifth as well. Unfortunate, as she was making an effort all game long down low in the post. Very promising, though, as she's also just a freshman, so that combination with Fry is going to be dangerous in a couple years.
Tigers cross court over to Florence. Thought about the mid-range jumper. Instead swings to Cedillo. Gets to the middle of the paint. Floater is blocked there by the Moquis. And they get the ball back with Fry. Fry slows it back down, kicking out. Nearly lost. And then Cedillo knocks it out of bounds, making sure the cheerleaders for the Tigers are still paying attention there as it's batted to their feet. But the Moquis get possession.
Who isn't paying attention to how well the Tigers are playing today? This has been a really good effort after Wednesday's loss. They now have had two back-to-back games where I feel like they've corrected a lot of the mistakes that forced them to lose that game.
Nearly get another steal, but Griffin gets to the block. Turnaround jumper at the horn, no. Air ball and a shot clock violation. No. A foul before the shot clock violation will send Griffin back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2.
That's going to be Cedillo's 4th after she had a very strong second quarter. She now has 4 fouls, and she's been playing good defense all day long.
Short on the first from Griffin, who's leading the Moquis with 12 points. One more from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. In and out, the rebound controlled by Dalton.
This is also good minutes, as I mentioned, for Dalton and Dotson, while Vetch and Griffiths are out. As they move forward into tomorrow's game, you now have bench presence that's 4 deep.
Ball knocked out of bounds. The Tigers will stay with it. As Miley Wilden checks back in, and the Tigers on pace to play in that 6th and 8th place game tomorrow here in Richfield High School. They'll play the winner of the next one between Paiute and Wendover. Be another great one here. After this one is driving kick, Florence 3, hits the front iron. Rebound is fought for into the hands of the Moquis.
Dalton put herself in the right spot, just couldn't corral that offensive rebound.
Splitting the double team, a foul as Ellie Nelson hits the deck hard for the Moquis. It'll be the 3rd foul on Milford here in the 4th quarter. And somehow, just the first foul on Paisley Florence, as it feels like the entire Tiger team is in foul trouble.
Well, both her and Jaden McMullen have been foul-free up until that moment, and that's, like you said, surprising with how well they've been playing.
Too strong on the three-pointer there from Carlisle, and the Tigers come away with it. So now when both foul out later, we can blame you.
Ah, shoot. Yeah, I don't mean to jinx it if that happens, but that would be very hard to do, to foul out with all 5 fouls coming in 1 quarter.
As the Moquis come away with another steal, Carlisle diving on the court. And we get another tie-up. Possession goes to Escalante.
Let's see what the Moquis can put up here in the final 5:37. Try and get a little bit of a rhythm going. Give yourself some pride, some confidence as you head into the offseason.
Griffin with it, driving left. 14-foot jumper off the back rim. Rebound into the hands of Carlisle for Escalante. Back out to Griffin. Griffin, nice use of the pivot foot. Too strong, though, on the floater. And Dalton is there for the rebound.
Love seeing all these smiles as we get into the final 5 minutes. They just understand basketball's fun when you get down to the brass tacks.
And the offensive putback is up and in for Dalton after the missed 3 from Cedillo. The first Tiger 4th quarter points.
First points for either team here in the 4th.
And a jump ball. This possession will go to the Tigers. It's over in the other gym. The consolation bracket on the girls' side is continuing. Valley up by 9 over Manila with just over 3 minutes to play. A lot of good games here in the 1A tournament as always. Saw good games yesterday, expecting to see plenty of good games today as it's a Moquis turnover.
Natural progression of a tournament, it's the survival of the fittest. So once you get to match good teams against each other, it just gets better and better as the week moves along.
As we get a Zions Bank timeout, the state championship basketball brought to you by Ruby's Inn on KSLSports.com.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
Enhance your farm's productivity with Aero AG Solutions advanced spray drones. Aero AG specializes in custom aerial application of pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers, seed, and more. Call Logan Lefevre at 435-690-9819.
welcome back from the Zions Bank timeout. For banking that helps you stay in the game no matter where you are, Zions Bank is for you. You don't have to be here at the 1A tournament to stay in the game.
That's right.
The Tigers staying in the game here as they'll advance to the 6th-8th place game tomorrow.
Yeah, and like I mentioned a few times earlier in the quarter, I think it's been just a really good response their last 2 games. And I think it all traces back to the girl wearing number 4 in Jane McMullen. As she hasn't played here, obviously, for good reason. She's been able to solidify this as a win early on as they move on to the next round.
Dalton can't get the mid-range jumper to go, and a foul on the rebound against the Tigers. That'll be their 4th on the Tigers here in the 4th quarter.
And that's going to be the first foul against Lydia George.
It's now the Moquis look for an answer here. Swinging around the perimeter now, Griffin. Back to Holcomb, deep 3, in from the Bryce Canyon City 3-point line, the gateway to Bryce Canyon National Park.
Way to get going for the freshman, getting that 3 here in the 4th.
Tigers try for an answer here, but it goes out of bounds. It was last touched by the Moquis. Dakota Monroe checking in for the Tigers as Riley Fry checks back into the game. Gracie Dotson, one of the seniors for Milford. It's a standing ovation from her bench.
High stepping into the bench as she goes in. She's very excited to get this win. I'm sure as a senior, you just want to keep playing, and you want to get out with a win as you finish on Saturday.
That pass sails over the head of Cedillo. It'll go back to the Moquis.
Both of these teams with a close amount of turnovers. I think it really came down to who could capitalize off the other team's turnovers the most. And today, that's been the Milford Tigers.
Now Fry will take the 3 in and out. Can't get the friendly roll as the rebound was last touched by the Moquis. Milford will get the ball back. As the cheerleaders for the Tigers let everyone know which way the ball was going as they turn it right back over to the Moquis. Escalante with the ball. They find Griffin, who's having a great game with 12 points. At the free throw line, jumper. Off the glass, no. Rebound back to Griffin. Too strong on the putback. And now the Tigers come away with it.
That was a great control by Monroe off of the rebound. She found a way to move the basketball around so no one else could pick it off from her.
Cedillo near corner, nearly lost it, but saved. Back out to top of the key now, Dalton. Cross court, deep 2-pointer is short there from Wilden. She couldn't believe she was that short there on the jumper. Now Fry, how about off the glass on the floater from 3? No, the putback off the glass as well. And the rebound for Dalton.
Both these teams giving it their all in these final few minutes.
As a reach and foul called there, trying to find Cedillo. During the dead ball, let's get you your State Bank play of the game. As you see the steal from Cedillo back in the 2nd quarter to find Dalton for the mid-range jumper. That is your State Bank of Southern Utah play of the game, where local decisions produce better results. No better result than getting a fast break bucket.
And a standing ovation as Sonata Griffin heads to the bench as she will presumably finish her career right there.
A great game for the Moquis in her final game in high school. Finished with 12 points as Riley Fry comes up the court for Escalante. Gets deflected out of bounds. It will stay here with Escalante as now Kylie Fisher checks into the game for Milford. As Miley Wilden heads to the bench.
Looks like Crimson Williams also in for the Tigers alongside Beebe coming in for Cedillo.
Celie Beebe, a freshman now for the Tigers. come in and play the final couple of minutes. Deep three off the backboard. The rebound scooped around and finally picked up by the Tigers, and Dalton trying to go up court in a hurry and got away with the pass there as it was knocked out by Holcomb.
Yeah, you just got to slow things down as we get into the final 2 minutes. Take your time, make the easy passes, burn out the clock, get out of here with a nice, comfortable win.
Beebe to inbound. Now Beebe will inbound. And it's stolen away by the Moquis, and then stolen right back by George. George, nice up pass, and the foul will send Dalton to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for a pair. But how about the pass there to get the ball from George up court to Dalton under the basket?
These are really critical minutes for your bench unit to come in here, try and get some nice plays in, give yourself some confidence. As I mentioned, with Vetch and Griffiths fouling out early, that allowed some of their post players that don't usually get a lot of minutes to get some exercising in, find out how you play well, how you can help this team out if that happens again tomorrow.
So Dalton, too strong on the first. We'll have one more from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Off back iron, can't get the friendly roll. Scooped away by Holcomb, who looks to run for the Moquis. Now slows it down. Deep three off the top of the backboard. And a foul is called on the three-point shot. So Holcomb will head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line as Sealy B picks up the foul. Holcomb hit a three-pointer earlier this quarter. Too strong on the first from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. She'll have two more.
Again, like I mentioned, after Holcomb did hit that three, I was talking about how this young unit is going to have a promising future in the years to come as she banks in the second one. Wow. But you have 6 freshmen on this team. And for them to really play the way they do, they don't play like freshmen, and they're only going to get better in 4 years. So I can't imagine what this team is going to look like when all these girls are seniors and that much more experienced.
And they'll finish 11-13 this year. If your head coach Ryan Collin, like you said, you've got to be excited going into what will be his 6th season as the head coach.
And I think a lot of things that are missed once you get past this high school level and the college level especially is the need for development of players. And I think in high school, obviously, that comes with the territory. You know, it's not like the NBA. It's not a professional job where you can go around. But I just love that they give them time, and you have building years that can help you win more games in future seasons. It's not about the right here, right now. Help these girls learn how to get better at the game, master their craft, and then like I said, I'm thinking this Moquis team is going to be pretty dangerous in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, and you talk about the jump that players make, especially that freshman to sophomore year, your first year playing with high schoolers, learning how to slow down.
100%, yeah.
The Moquis get another steal here with one of those freshmen in Holcomb. Just turned it over there, going a bit too fast. Another freshman in Thomas.
Yeah, I'm just so excited for this team. I just think I've seen it too many times, and you see it at both the high school and the college level. Like you mentioned, that jump from year 1 to year 2 is astronomical. And even then, like I would even say in some instances, your sophomore to junior year, you get even better. And then your senior year, I feel like the game really slows down for you. And you're able to figure out what you do well, how you can contribute to your team. We can see a lot of different players on this Moquis squad. Riley Fry, I think, is a 3-level scorer that can get it at no matter where she is on the court. You have other players like Holcomb that can score from deep. Just excited to see where they go.
As we get a foul here.
Looks like it'll be Riley Fry's 5th and final foul for her freshman year.
And Fry, you can see frustrated with herself here today, but a lot to learn from, and have to be able to keep your head up here and learn from these moments now. And then as you lead your team your sophomore, junior, and senior year, you can make those deep runs and play into Saturday in the 1A tournament.
And as she heads to the bench with her team down 22 points, she's emotional. And as a freshman, I feel like sometimes some feel as Holcomb almost gets the layup to go, you feel, you know what, I've got 3 more years, it's okay. She puts her heart and soul into this game. And even as a freshman, I feel like even though you have that blanket of security, knowing you're going to come back, you have an opportunity to do this many, many times again, she just still has that feeling of she could have done more here in her freshman season, and she gave it her all in these last few days.
And at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line now is Holcomb. She banks in the first. How about a State Bank of Southern Utah bank shot from the free throw line?
Did that her last go around too. She's using the glass, and that's not bad. There's a reason why the square is there. Use some math. Almost did it again.
Tried to go 2 for 2 off the glass. That one too strong. And the rebound to the Tigers. It's now under a minute to play here in the fourth quarter. Nice ball movement for the Tigers. Beebe with the 3, no, but a foul. And so Staley Beebe will head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, and I think the Tiger bench was excited about that.
I just love how excited a team gets when someone deep down on the bench is able to get some solid minutes and able to score some points. I think this is so fun to watch pure team basketball. And Taylor Carlisle also picks up her 5th foul. So now that's 3 different Moquis that foul out of the game.
Beebe misses the first. She'll have 2 more from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. In and out on the second. And everyone forgot it was a 3-point shot. There were about 3 different players that went for the rebound. 1 more for Beebe. It's Valley and Manila in a barn burner. It's a 2-point game with just under 10 seconds to go in the other gym. And Beebe can't get any to go from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Holcomb now goes coast to coast. A deep shot there from Thomas doesn't fall. The rebound to the Tigers. And a nice steal in the backcourt there from Jenkins, and she gets the layup to go.
Nice job by Jenkins to move up to 3 points now in the game.
And another steal, this one from Griffin. Nice pass to Jenkins. Can't get another shot to go, but a foul on the other end will give BB a chance at redemption from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
And Sonata Griffin giving it her all right now in her final seconds as a senior.
And you love that as well. You saw Griffin check out earlier in the fourth quarter, but Coach caught him, putting her back in to finish out her senior season after she was the best player for the Moquis here today, double digits with 12 points.
Yeah, and she put a lot of effort, especially in those second and third periods when she was trying to will her team back into this one.
Beebe too strong on the first from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. We'll have one more shot here to get that lucrative point in a 1A tournament game.
Let's see if she can do it. This will be big. Oh,
can't get the friendly roll, but the offensive rebound to Kennedy Carney. Now, no more shot clock as a deep 3 is hoisted up out of bounds, and it will stay here with the Tigers. 3.1 to play. Beeble inbound. Looking for a Tiger teammate. Inbound, will run it out. And so Milford gets the win. They'll advance to the 6-8 game tomorrow here in Richfield High School, 45-26 over Escalante. We'll come back with the Rubies Inn post-game report and Larry H. Miller, Utah Summer Games Player of the Game. The state championship basketball brought to you by Color Country Plumbing on TeamHive.live.